Dark money. Dark money dives into the depths of the greed and corruption in the American political system by revealing the story of the Koch brothers who have been enabling the ultra-wealthy to influence political decisions for decades. Key points of dark money. The Koch brothers created a network of non-profits to enable the ultra-wealthy to control the political system anonymously. A movement that these brothers put into place made it seem like the political changes they were pushing for came from the public. America is very close to becoming a place where money rules, not the people. The Tea Party movement was transformed into a means of gaining grassroots credibility. The Koch brothers gained even greater power as a result of the Citizens United ruling by the Supreme Court. Republicans gained control of crucial states and the House of Representatives as a result of the Koch brothers' Red Map scheme. With a Republican majority Congress, the Koch brothers went after the Obama administration and the fight against global warming. America is on the verge of becoming an oligarchy, and this is a frightening development. Overview of dark money. The super-rich control the political framework secretly due to the organization of philanthropies set up by the Koch siblings. The Koch siblings grew up with a dad who impacted them with his freedom supporter political perspectives. This included thoughts like keeping the public authority little, having low assessments, and keeping up with the unrestricted economy, just to give some examples. Needing to spread their thoughts, one of them campaigned for office in 1980 yet bombed hopelessly. However, at that point these two siblings understood that a legislator was only a voice. It's their thoughts that have the ability to control countries. Consequently started their drawn-out work to get their thoughts out. The least demanding way they could do this absent a lot of exhibitions was to utilize the front of altruism. They started different non-benefit associations, which don't have to unveil their subtleties to general society, to remain stowed away. Indeed, even their benefactors and the sums they gave could remain unknown. No one knows where the cash comes from or where it goes. This setup additionally gave a way to the siblings to put resources into their number one causes without paying charges on things like their legacy. Their organization has developed so much and caught itself into such countless features of the political domain that it's presently known as the Kochtopus. Officials like Chris Christie and Ted Cruz and contributors like Charles Schwab and Richard DeVos have even become related with it. Starting in 2013, the siblings had control of 100,000 of these mysterious associations. What's more, with absolute assets surpassing $800 billion, it's a given that their impact on governmental issues is enormous. Not all political developments are as grassroots as you may suspect. Preceding 2009, a large part of the Koch siblings' work was centered exclusively around getting ready for a political development. Be that as it may, when it was all prepared, they released their calm impact. Only one of the adjustments of their endeavors was the Tea Party development, as it at long last carried freedom advocate thoughts to the bleeding edge. In the event that we think back to the 1980s, we can see the beginnings of this unrest. Richard Fink, a companion of the Koch siblings, composed Structure of Social Change, recognizing the ways of starting a legitimate political development. He laid out the way that data ought to continue from think tank bunches into the personalities of lawmakers. When that occurred, an opportunity to send the message out to people in general was nearby. What's more, during the 90s and mid-2000s, the Koch siblings framework got this going. With cash, they could do anything, even architect counterfeit uprisings that gave off an impression of being from individuals. Everybody accepted this message was bona fide in its starting points, which the Koch siblings needed with the goal that it could grab hold. Indeed, even pieces of the media stoked the fire of their development. One trade between Rick Santelli and Wilbur Ross Jr. that was made to resemble an analysis of President Obama. Furthermore, with a huge number of dollars, they convinced media characters to pursue their affecting substance on the air. Individuals are perilously near letting completely go over America since it's slipping under the control of the rich. We love the possibility of the American dream, that anybody from any foundation can arrive at their fantasies. Be that as it may, as indicated by the creator, the Koch siblings have exacerbated financial imbalance. This makes it harder for anybody to get their fantasies going. With the rich getting more extravagant, it's just getting harder to face them. What's more, as per the creator, the impact of the rich has totally overwhelmed the Republican coalition. In the event that an individual from the GOP drops out of rank, the Koch siblings will immediately return them to line. This happened to John Boehner when he confronted them. The creator says that different Republicans essentially constrained him to leave not long a short time later. With all of this control by the affluent, it's appearing as though America is turning out to be a greater amount of a theocracy, or a nation administered by the most well-off residents as it were. Furthermore, in case this isn't sufficient to persuade you that this is valid, simply contemplate the quantity of affluent individuals at the Koch's retreat in 2010. At least 11 of the people at the party were on the Forbes 400 wealthiest Americans list.